Let's not forget, in the midst of this banpocalypse, a set release, brother. I think people have forgotten all about it, but Duskmourn cometh. Now let's talk about some release weekend prices, some surprising singles prices, and some silly goose times with the bros. Now listen, if you learned something here today, click the like and subscribe buttons, alright? Check out my free Discord, tons of amazing dudes in there supporting each other. They're spreading love like damn chlamydia in there, dude. I also have a wonderful Patreon filled with salt of the earth patrons that we love so much, my sweet boys. So let's first check out the box prices. You know, I don't mess with collector boosters. This is a game where they reprint stuff so rapidly, it's not worth investing in super blinged out stuff like collector boosters, you know? But if that's your jam, 12 booster box with 15 cards inside, $230, which is kind of standard for those boxes. Now listen, just as an aside here, I get my prices from tcgplayer.com. But if you're on the back page of christianmingle.com and you find a box cheaper, alright, that's good for you, dude. If a guy by the dumpster behind a Taco Bell offers you a collector's pack and a damn vaccine shot for $12, you know, good luck, dude. I'm just saying this is where I get my prices. Now, as we all know, the play boosters are like a set booster, draft booster hybrid. And they have 15 cards and come with 36 packs in a box. Not terrible. You know, it's about $140 a box right now. That's about $380 or so per pack. If you throw in tax, you know, $4 a pack or so. With inflation and the cost of things out there in the world, this is not, you know, super terrible. If you're psyched to draft with some bros over some buffalo chicken dip, you know, I support you in this, brother. Now the commander decks are $155 for the set. That's a little under $40 each, which is also not terrible. Individually, two are about $40, one is $23, and the Endless Punishment deck is about $62. The vagaries of supply and demand outside MSRP. We exist in a dimension where MSRP has been erased from the universe we inhabit. How much should it cost? Nobody knows, dude, except maybe Alex Jones. Now the Commander product has some standout singles here. Chief among them is AC Tyrant of Gyre Strait. This guy was about $45 at some point in time, you know, about a year ago. It's a pretty brutal card, man. Play an additional land right into your landfall, right? Draw another card. Great commander, great Simic nonsense. This is like $6. Not terrible, you know, compared to what it was. I actually bought one. So let's check out the Commander product. We have a series of formerly very pricey cards and Commander staples that have been reprinted into this product, and if there's one thing I love to do, it's mine reprints, brother. How about the Whip of Erebos out there? This is a bonkers card, repeatable reanimation effect, and in decks where you're paying life to do things, black decks, given those reanimator targets lifelink is also pretty nice. Also pays off artifacts and enchantments. You know, but it's a fair enough card that people may not waste removal on it. Who knows, maybe they will. I love this card. You know, it's about $4. 1 black mana for a 1/1 Cataract Parasite. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if you control a red permanent, you may have Cataract Parasite deal 1 damage to that player. This is great in Nekazar decks, Wheel decks, Grixis Slug decks. Only applies to opponents and is 1 beautiful mana, dude. Great early drop down to $4 from around $15 or so. Looks like the thing that killed Samwise Gamgee over in Stranger Things there. Poor Bob, dude. R.I.P. Bob. Then we have Lightning Greaves. How many decks run Lightning Greaves? Well, basically all of them that can, you know, and it's a great card, you know. Lightning Greaves, I'm a big fan. $4. Reanimate, very simple card. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose life equal to its mana value. This is the most efficient reanimator spell that gets reprinted quite a lot these days, and is about $4. I prefer the old art, but for $4, you know, this is a decent pickup. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. This card is bonkers. 3 green, legendary creature, elemental, it's a star. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. This guy was about $18. Such a bonkers card, man. You cast a Birds of Paradise and all your landfall triggers go off. Lotus Cobra, guess what? Entering as a land, you get that landfall. What the heck, dude? This card is insane. $4. Now Ink Shield, we all know this is a great card. Was up around $10, game winner in the right deck. Heck, you know what? Damage yourself with something, make a million little inky dudes out there. $4 for the reprint. Vile Smasher, How the Mighty Have Fallen. Going way back, this was real pricey. Got to about $9 prior to this reprint. Look at this fella, $2 and change. Mogus. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mogus deals 2 damage to that player unless they sacrifice a creature. Mogus, the God of Slug, is about $2. Get some new art too, man. This got up there to around $8. These gods are so good in decks that fit their themes, you know? And this guy's great at the helm of a slug deck. Fantastic. Now there are, of course, a bunch of other reprints. Check them out if you want, but I'm pretty psyched about Braids. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. I want this for so many decks. $1 for Braids is a really good price, man. You have nothing to lose, really. Maybe you can draw some damn cards out there instead of sitting there on your Hillary Duff. Now, I've concentrated on the Commander set, but there are some bangers in the main set too. I'm going to cover some of those. Lots of these are a little pricey for me right now. I think there are some hype taxes on some of these. Valgavoth and the Meathead Massacre too. You know, these are like, $1 million, whatever it is. In any case, too rich for my blood. How's this one? Demonic Council, 1 and a black for a sorcery. Search your library for a demon card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Has Delirium. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, instead search your library for any card, put it in your hand, then shuffle. $3 for this card, and I would only really run this in a deck where you have a bunch of demons, or one particular demon at the center of an engine or a combo. But 2 mana for this effect is not bad at all. It's just a little more niche. This guy's out there. He's just a mutated amalgam of Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Kona the Rescue Beastie. 3 and a green for a legendary creature, Beast Survivor. It's a 4/3. Has survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's pretty huge, dude. $2 for this guy, and it's got to go a ways to get there. It's got to be able to tap, but this is a cool little value piece, man. How about these enduring bros out here, the little animals, the enduring little animals out there. That was my nickname back in college, the enduring animal. These value creatures that come back as enchantments, these are great for Commander. Have a lot of value in a lot of decks, all under $3 or so. I like these cards. They're fair and balanced, just like Fox News. Fair and balanced. Worth looking into in any case. Coming in at under $1, the Entity Tracker, Twitching Doll, Sweet Little Mana Dork, and Unwanted Remake are all bulk price. These are really nice little role players for the budget bros out there. Great little cards, niche, in certain decks. These don't go in every deck, but are great in the decks that they do go in. And that's what's going on out there, brother. I did pick up some of these cards. I picked up an AC, picked up a Braids, I picked up a Mogus, and I picked up an Ashaya. These are all fantastic cards for their price. $13. It's probably as deep as I'm going to go on this set. There are some sweet picks out there, though, and I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys. Stay safe out there, all right? There's a lot of nasty stuff going on out in these mean streets, man. I go outside, I see nothing but blue skies, some birds, some nice neighbors walking their dogs and stuff, little chihuahuas, stuff like that. I smell the scent of grilled animals in the air. Nothing could be better, all right? Be cool out there. Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.